Boomstick skeleton. Hey, happy Halloween. For Halloween in our area the last couple of years, a lot of houses have moved away from the traditional giant bowl of candy and started pre-filling bags to hand out to the trick-or-treaters. Now, we wanted to automate this process a little bit in case we had to step away for a few minutes, but we didn't want to just leave all the bags on a giant lame table, because that's how your house gets egged. So instead of a lame table, we wanted to have all the bags of candy look like they were floating in a cauldron. Now, I'm a maker, so this isn't gonna be a plain cauldron by any means. We're gonna add some styling to it, lights and effects, a little bit of motion, and it will hopefully look awesome. Now, this project is pretty far outside my comfort zone, so instead of detailing all the steps to stylize the outside, I'm gonna link below to a video by my friends at Wicked Makers. I'm using their cauldron video from a couple years ago as a starting point for how to upgrade this from a cheap plastic cauldron to a stylized, functional prop. It's scary, but let's get started. The cauldron is looking really good right now, so it's about time for me to go completely off the rails and try something else that's way outside my comfort zone and probably mess up the entire project. If you didn't know, my family and I are huge Disney nerds, and a big inspiration for this project came from the Fantasmic Fireworks show at Disney World, specifically a scene that pulls from the Snow White movie. Now, if you haven't seen it in a while, a spoiler warning for 1938, the evil queen poisons Snow White with an apple, and when she pulls that apple out of the poison cauldron, this foamy, bubbly skull appears. And we're not gonna put skulls on all the candy that we're handing out, so instead, we wanted to put that frothy, foamy skull on the cauldron. Now, I was nervous for this step, so I went ahead and tested it on a smaller cauldron, and it turned out okay. I think these gaps and drips are gonna look a lot better on a big cauldron versus something small like this. I've got it all laid out, so let's go ahead and poison the cauldron. I'm not gonna lie. I really like how it's turning out so far. I'm gonna keep adjusting things and adding a few more details, but we can move on to some of the effects. The first one being some fog that's gonna kind of be a roiling boil inside the cauldron. Now I've seen on a few channels, including Wicked Makers as well, that you can either have a regular fog coming through, just light and wispy, or you can try to make it a heavy fog by having it pass through a cooler with either regular ice or dry ice in it. I'm gonna try both methods and see which looks better. Fog testing is going well, but a part I need to test it in the cauldron got delayed being delivered. Instead of letting that hold us up, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the base. Now for the cauldron to be boiling over, we really need to add a heat source to the bottom, and we're gonna do that with some plywood, lights, and more of that expanding foam. That's also gonna add some weight and really stabilize the whole project. We've got to wait on the base to dry, but my fog hose finally came in, so we can go ahead and install it. I want to hide the hose underneath this rim, so we're going to drill a hole, route the hose underneath the rim, and then secure it with hot glue. Once it's secure, we'll come back and install LEDs along that same path, so they will be hidden, but they should also provide a cool effect to the fog. And we add the ice to the cooler. The testing was a success. The lights looked fantastic, but the fog was a little bit lacking. It did help me come up with a couple of ideas that I think will help it look more like I want it to, including adding the candy platform inside the cauldron. First, we need to mount the cauldron to the base, and then we have something to build on inside the cauldron for the platform to mount to. Shortly after uploading the Cauldron to YouTube the first time around, a few people rightfully pointed out that I never showed all the features of the Cauldron, including the candy platform, which was the main reason we built this project in the first place. So we're gonna go ahead and show that now, but unfortunately I have lost the weather outside, so I'm gonna show you all the features in my shop. One feature you probably won't be able to see are gonna be the lights inside the embers. Unfortunately, I think I buried them a little bit too deep, or I have too much paint on there, so they're not really coming through on camera. They are on, but if I were to do it again, I would put a second strand in there as well. It's easier to see on the back. On the front, the camera only barely peeks through. Well, it's definitely not perfect. I love how the Cauldron turned out. It is honestly one of my favorite things that I've made so far. It also meets several goals that I have for big projects that take up a significant amount of time. The candy platform on the inside solves a problem or accomplishes a task, but it does it in a very unique and custom way. I got to experiment with a new technique or material that I hope to incorporate in future projects as well. And all material that I used is very commonly available. Lastly, I dipped my toe into LEDs and electronics, and I really want to start incorporating more of that into future projects. I really enjoy projects that push me as a maker to learn and try things completely out of my comfort zone. Both the Cauldron and the Mythosaur Skull did just that. The Mythosaur Skull was one of the first times I had ever tried power carving, and it's certainly the biggest power carving project I've done so far. I've got that video pulled up for you right over here, so I'll see you in that video.